Hey everybody, this is Paul doing a Doordash video. So I guess it's a good, bad, and WTF video. So I'm going to go over just different things that have been going on since the last time I posted a video. Um, Looks like the website changed. I normally keep this in the background just to have something, Doordash related in the background going on. But so I guess let's jump right into it. I got a bunch of screenshots, but as you can see, some of them are more detailed here. And of course, be sure to pause on the video at any point in case you want to read something or see more details on something. So I guess got a lot of good things this time around. So I guess I don't know if this is good or bad. Probably, maybe. But so I put up a video, and the video was how to avoid a contract violation on Hands Me because we have zero protection. So for any customer or any DoorDasher who watches this, we have zero protection. You can hand an order to a person, they can claim they didn't get it, and effectively DoorDash just gave that person free food. We have no way of confirming. We have no PIN number. We have nothing like that on DoorDash, like Uber does. Uber solved this problem. DoorDash could solve this problem too, but they refused to. So what I came up with was the hand to me. So the hand to me is very simple. You have the order in the person's hand, you take a picture. There you go. And then what I do is I message them that picture. I keep these pictures on my phone for maybe like a week or so, just in case like somebody tries to pull something. And then like maybe DoorDash can't pull the pictures up because that's typically my experience. If you're going to get a contract violation, it's going to be within the week. Let's go over where this situation backfires. This is a person who was on Reddit who got deactivated because she tried to take a picture. The guy said no. Then she chased the guy. Do not, under any circumstances, ever do that. That isn't, I mean, it's just kind of like a quick little picture. There you go. I've never gotten a complaint. Yeah, I had one person one time ask me, why did I send them a picture? And it's basically, it confirms that you have the order in your hand. If something is missing from that order, DoorDash will give you 99% less trouble because they can see the picture of what you were delivered. Like right here, for example, like this Starbucks bag, for example. If there were supposed to be 4 drinks and I only delivered 2, they can show DoorDash, you know, this is what I got, or like this bag right here. This is all he gave me. There was supposed to be a big thing of toilet paper in here, or they were charged for something, that kind of thing. So I text them back very professionally, and I say, you know, this is for documentation purposes. This is in case DoorDash, if anything at all is wrong with the order, this will assist DoorDash in getting you a refund for anything that might be missing. Nobody has ever given me trouble. I'm 4,500 orders in, never had an issue. Do not chase the customers. If they say no, whatever, move on and pray to them to report you for a missing order. There's nothing you can do. So I guess let's go to 2G here. 2G is the GPS thing I was talking about. So as you can see here, they wanted me to go to a Dollar General way over here when there's a Dollar General directly in front of me. So this is that GPS video I put up on how to override the GPS. That still works. I have never gotten in trouble for it. And the X is where the person's house is, by the way. So they wanted me to go all the way over here, then come all the way back this way. So what I ended up doing is going to the Dollar General right here, overriding the GPS. You can look at that video. And then I'm probably going to be linking a lot of my old videos inside the comment section because it's 3 different videos I'm going to be referencing. So as you can see here, I went to this Dollar General here, and they're cut off about maybe 2 miles or so. So just to give you a general idea how to use that, that still works. Let's go to 3G. 3G is very interesting. This popped up. So it's kind of like Gas Buddy built into your app here now. So this started popping up when I was driving around. And as you can see, it's like a little gas thing. You click it. Maybe this is like a beta test. And you click it, and then you kind of swipe through it the same way you would swipe in order to see all the different gas prices. And I did verify that these gas prices are actively updating. So this has to be linked through like Gas Buddy. I'm not sure who they partnered with, but it also shows you, like, say, for example, cheapest, save 30 cents, for example. So I found that to be extremely useful. So 4G. So this was pretty interesting. I had an order that took me very far outside of my zone, way over here, where my mouse is over right here. And as I'm coming back through this zone, trying to get back to my original zone that I was logged into, I'm coming through here and this popped up. This was a new thing that I've never seen before. This was a new thing that basically says, hey, we see you're in this zone. Click here, and this is the status of this zone right now. So say if you're going back to your zone, you only see one or two things and there's nothing there in your zone. Instead of having a log out and something like that, they made it a little bit easier to basically switch zones. So you would just click this and then you're in that zone now. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So you can see how it says you've moved to a busier zone, for example. So this might have been light pink and this is like, with the busy thing. So I thought that was very cool. Much easier way to switch zones. I didn't, obviously. I ended up going back. 5G, I'm going to call it 5G/B maybe. For anybody who has experience when we were doing Walmart orders, I never had them. So this is a Winn-Dixie pickup that popped up on my screen where you would just park and they would put the groceries in your car. I didn't get this order, but what I would be interested in is what is the base pay that they're paying? Because that was the issue we had with Walmart. The base pay was $6, but they would put 100 items in your car. And it would take like 30 minutes sometimes. So I need to get more experience with these to kind of see what do we even do here. Are we going in the store to pick up the bags, or are they bringing them out to us? Anybody who has experience with these, like what's the base pay, what's the typical size of the orders, just to kind of get a general idea if this is a good or a bad thing. This could be garbage, and I could end up declining every one of these, and then they could end up going the same route that Walmart went, just doing their own deliveries or something. Let's talk about 6G, the great banana debacle. The last few videos, I've been putting different things because they're trying different things with the bananas here, and I think they might have landed on something that works finally. So previously, it would say bananas 5 to 7, then they would have like 2x, which would kind of give you a general idea, and then sometimes they were saying banana, and then they would have 3, which meant you had to grab 3 single bananas. So now what they did is they rolled this out without telling anybody, again, by the way. So now you have to enter the details. When you enter the details, so what happens is it's going to say bunch if they want a bunch of bananas, okay? Now you as the DoorDasher, you get to pick between a bunch, and they show you what a bunch typically looks like. So what happens is you click bunch. So you see right here, so it says 1 bunch. You click 1, or right here, and it doesn't even, this is not even giving you the option to add more, and then you put the weight. Previously we just used to have to put the weight and then make sure that we accurately interpreted this. More on the bananas. So as you can see, this is what happens when you put the weight, for example. Alright, now what they've also done is they've made it much more clear. Single banana, big single banana right in front of your face now. Clearly this was a big issue that was going on. So now you have a big picture of a banana right in front of you. 4x items. See how it says items each? And then you see right here, now you can pick less if they don't have that many, but you can't add more, and then you also have to add the weight. So that is a very good change. I think that's actually working right now. That might have solved the banana problem we were having with DoorDash and customers being extremely mad at us. So there's 6. That's 6 very good things, I think. It's debatable on some of these if they're good or not. Let's go to B. So this was a McDonald's that came through without an order number. As you can see, it's missing the order number. Now what was very interesting is by the time I even got out of my car and walked to the store, this order had already been automatically canceled, and I was given half pay because I was going to go in the store and have no clue what to tell them. The best I can do is just read off the order down here. Maybe that's how I could have picked this order up, but there was no order number. I thought that was kind of interesting how that came through. Maybe that was something in their system that automatically canceled this order. So 2B, let's talk about 2B. So this is just basically labeling problems. Like I said, anybody who does Instacart, anybody who does DoorDash, you're going to know what the problem is immediately, kind of maybe when you look at this. So it says SE Grocers, traditional lasagna, 2 ounce, right? So you go looking for a 2 ounce, there ain't no 2 ounce, there's a 16 ounce. Guess what scanned in perfectly fine? Right there, the 16 ounce. So that's just labeling issues making our job much harder. We're looking for a 2 ounce thing, and you just run into this. So 3B is something that can be solved extremely easy if on this screen right here there was another option that said add substitute. Because when we click item unavailable, we don't know what it's going to do. I could click item unavailable right there. It could send a message to the customer to ask for a substitute. It could automatically refund it. And if it automatically refunds it, but there is a perfectly good substitute right in front of your face, like say if they said 6.25 or said 8-ounce watermelon chunk, but there's a 6.25 directly in front of your face, if I click item unavailable, it refunds it. Now that person didn't get what they wanted, but they're still paying for the service, right? So 3B, I'm just going to kind of scroll through it real fast. But this was a substitute where I had to go through all these different little things here. The tip on this was amazing, by the way, so that's why I put so much effort into this. But, you know, you can kind of, so if you want to kind of click through here and just read what's going on, you could pause right here or pause right there. But basically what ended up happening is I finally got the substitute that she wanted, but I had no way of actually putting the substitute in there. So when I clicked item unavailable, it was saying refund instead of allowing me to substitute. So this person wanted a substitute, which wasn't on the shelf. Like this person wanted something that wasn't on the shelf, but it wouldn't let me do a substitute. And it's very simple how to solve this. So you just literally give us the option on these screens. When we get to the screen right here, up here maybe, or over here, add substitute. Instead of having to click item, I mean, we could still click item unavailable, right? But just give us the option, optional, maybe put the word optional next to it in parentheses, add substitute. And that would solve this entire 3B thing right here. Because what we literally have to do in these situations is when it's the exact same price too, we have to scan the barcode of the wrong item, because the customer is telling us to buy this. We scan the barcode of the wrong item, and then you have to put, or it's like, it's not scanning correctly because it's the wrong barcode. And then you have to take a picture of it and send it to the customer, and then you have to let the customer know why, like what's going on there. So there you go. And it happens so often that it's not even funny. I just don't understand why that hasn't been fixed yet. 4B, just another annoying labeling issue. It's kind of a funny one. So cut watermelon chunks. As you can kind of see, maybe what the issue is. Watermelon, and I got a picture of pork. And this was an example of that one I was talking about with the 12-ounce thing. They don't serve 12-ounce watermelon chunks at Winn-Dixie. They don't have them. That's probably why the picture's wrong. They have 10-ounce at my Winn-Dixie's at least. So as you can see here, for example, there is no add substitute. There's add a different quantity, there's add 2x, but there's no add substitute. If I had an add substitute button, it's just kind of weird how this works. So 5B, let's go to 5B. 5B is just these weird things. This tells me nothing. As you can see, even the picture, so when you get some weird stuff like this, certified Angus beef, ground beef, there's like 4 different types of ground beef. There's 93/7, there's 90/10, there's 80/20. So what you have to do is you have to zoom all the way in on this crazy little picture they have, which the package doesn't even look like this. So it says 80/20, and then you have to go find that, and this is what it actually looks like. So somehow these are making it through their system, and this is at Aldi, I believe. But I've seen this at Winn-Dixie also, because they have the same manufacturer of their beef. It's kind of a monopoly what they got going on there. But so as you can kind of see, so these are just labeling issues that make our job harder. And then also it says 16-ounce. You're not getting 16-ounce unless I'm literally, like I said in the last video, unless I'm grabbing the ground beef out of a thing and then weighing it myself and then wrapping it myself, which is not going to happen. And then so that's the end of the bad right there. So I guess let's get to the WTFs, because this is everybody's favorite section. So this is very interesting. So I had 6 pickups from Petco, and I was in the process of dropping all these off. And then I get to the 5th one, and they give me an add-on for like a wing place. That's a really good tip on it, so I accept it. As soon as I accepted that order, and I dropped off this 5th Petco, it gave me this screen, like I just completed the order, right? and then they wanted me to go pick up the wings. So I went and did the wing order, okay, and then I went and finished the Petco, the 6 Petco that was sitting in my car for like dog food or something. When I finished that, it gave me this screen. So in their attempt to hide tips on stacked orders, you have created this issue now. Now I didn't get paid $18.75 plus $22.50. I got paid $22.50 once I actually finished. But you can kind of see what the issue is here is they are attempting to hide what tip goes with what order until you complete all 6 deliveries. But if you get a stack order in between, another like McDonald's or whatever, it starts breaking. It literally breaks the system because it doesn't know what to do. Because now the wing order takes priority over the last Petco order. So this is where you're fighting with your dashers and trying to, I don't know, trick them into taking orders that are one really good order stacked with one really bad order. This is where this completely backfires because it completely breaks your algorithm. As you can see what's going on here. So if there's an order that interrupts a stack, this is what it does to you now. And it's very confusing because when this popped up, I was like, what the hell just happened? I still have Petco sitting in my car. It looked like it just finished all the Petco orders, but there's 6 deliveries, not 5. Like, do I get to keep this guy's dog food or something? So, definitely DoorDash needs to fix that. It's just a consequence of them playing around with different things. This is a very interesting WTF. So if you ever have a Winn-Dixie, what they make you do is they put it in paper bags, and then you have to go scan like a little thing on your phone after you tell them how many bags are going in a cooler, how many bags are going on a shelf. Well, if that QR code doesn't work, you run into a problem. You have to manually or have somebody from service pull the amount of tags off the thing, blank tags. You write the numbers on them, and then you have to manually enter that with this little keyboard up here. So this is all because of a QR code that didn't work. So now you have to go through this process. And what you do is you just click cooler, and then you see this little keyboard up here. I was always trying to figure out what this little keyboard was here for. You manually add the bag. So you have to put 1. So then in this situation it was 5 bags. So you put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you have to manually write on the labels cooler 1, cooler 2, and then ambient 3, ambient 4, ambient 5, and then the person's name. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But this is what happens when the QR code breaks. I didn't get more screenshots of this, but it's supposed to generate a code that automatically prints out all the labels for you. Well, that didn't happen. So this took longer as I even tried to figure out how to do this. But if you click this little keyboard right here, that's what it does. It's manually entering bags. And then WTF 3 is something that confused literally everybody who got this email, because everybody posted about it on the DoorDash Reddit as soon as we got it, is they're raising the acceptance rate in certain zones that I think they have flooded with drivers. And I think what's going on is DoorDash is realizing that a lot of drivers are coming over from Uber, and Uber doesn't have the same penalty system as DoorDash, nearly the amount. So they're noticing a lot of drivers are abandoning orders. They'll turn up to a place, and then they'll just unassign an order. They won't even wait if they think it's going to take a long time, or they're unassigning orders in stacks. I know exactly what they're doing here. So what they're doing now is they're cracking down on that. So instead of being able to reject, instead of being able to unassign 2 out of every 10 orders, now it's 1 out of every 10. And then also they sent this very confusing email that said you're close to the 90%. In reality, I'm at 99. But I guess, they sent it to everybody. One guy was at literally 100%. They sent him this, but it said, we see your account's close to the 90%. It was like, I guess 100% is closer to 90% than 89. I don't know. So, I don't know. But that's kind of weird what was going on there. So, my guess is this is just simply they're looking for ways to just get rid of drivers. This further just heavily penalizes cherry pickers. Now what I'm going to do is I'm also going to link in the description how to unassign after 10 minutes. As of 2 days ago, this was still working. So if you wait 10 minutes, There's a process you can go through the automated help menu. It is hit or miss on some phones. For some reason it doesn't work, and in some areas it doesn't work. I don't understand why, but in my area, Louisiana, it works. So I think that video of mine has like 19,000 views at this point. I imagine that's going to go up by a lot here pretty soon, because people don't want to go below this 90% because you'll get straight up deactivated now. So I'll link that video also. So I'm going to link all three videos: the GPS video, the hand to me video, and also the how to unassign video. So let me know what you think in the comments, and y'all have a very nice day. Thank you.